everybody, we're going camping, and I got an awesome request. It's so easy to forget how intimidating the whole camping process is when you're just starting out. And someone reached out to me and said, could you just show me, like, how do you set up or like unhook your camper when you get to a campground? So yes, we absolutely can do that. Like and subscribe, and as soon as my husband gets in the car, we'll get on the road, and then I'll be able to show you.
Yeah, you're a bit closer on that side, but only very slightly.
Ready to roll?
I think so.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Ready to go camping? Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. I backed this in. And now the question is, before you unhook, the first thing you want to do is you want to see if you're level side to side. Because if you're not, you're going to want to use one of your supports to level out the camper a little bit, and you need to be able to back it up or pull it forward to do that. So let's go check the bubble. Okay, I'm on the driver's side of the car, and as I look at the bubble, I can see that it's leaning this way, which means that the driver's side of the camper is higher. So we need to back up, put the leveler on the passenger side tire of the camper, and that should do it. So let's give that a shot. So what I've done is I've just placed it under the back wheel, and now Michael is going to go get in the car and back it up. And I'm going to tap on the back of the car when it looks a little more level. It's not that bad, to be honest. Maybe a little more, little more. A little more. Boy, that looks pretty good. Look at that. So you can see that we're up nice and high on that leveler, which means that we got that little bit of lift on the passenger side. And that bubble level is showing that the camper is level side to side. Eventually, we'll make sure it's level front to back. So let's talk about what's next. Okay, so before we unhook, what are we doing?
We're putting one of our chocks, which are actually bricks. Whoop, we've got a couple of them behind one of the wheels, because we did have a couple of great rubber chocks, but we've left them at campsites, just driven off and forgotten about them.
So we'll get that one behind the other wheel.
And this way it won't roll away, hopefully.
That's a good thing. Okay, it's not going anywhere.
Let's hope.
All right. Okay, so what's next?
Okay, so unhooking. First of all, unhook the electric, which is in here, the 7-point plug. Very simple. Tend to put that facing down, so if it rains off it, not into it. And then you have the chains. There's different types of connectors. These are by far the easiest ones. They just snap on and snap off. And then this one also has the emergency brake cable connected in it too, so that if your camper should come off, this will put the brake into effect. And then we have a wheel, which flips in here like this.
Now, if they were doing this with an HC1, you don't have to put the wheel on.
Yeah, it's different style. At least it was when we had one, Brazil styles. And there you go. It clips on in the same way. If I can find it, there you go. There you go. So that wheel's on, which will mean we can crank it down in a minute. But first of all, we've got to take the connector off here as well.
One thing, but what was it?
Yeah, so I just popped this, which we had to do. This goes underneath and goes under the ball hitch. So I just popped that out, so now it's up. And the other thing to remember is this, which we took out of there. Keep it somewhere safe. We keep ours in here. You can stick it on the back of your car. And then
Drop the wheel.
Because we've got the things in, the
Chocks.
You can drop the wheel.
And it's a really important point. Those chocks have to be in before you drop this and you disconnect from your vehicle, because the minute you do, you don't know if it's going to move.
Yep. It'll open this wheel here and then I can feel it's hit the ground. And in a minute, this will
Pop up.
off the ball hitch.
Yeah, you can see it taking the weight off. You are up.
Awkward angle on this wheel. There we go. And we move it slightly then, as you can see.
Yep.
So then what we will need to do is move the car forward, because this leveler here is showing that we're way too high at the front.
Yeah.
So that
That's the last thing to do. We want it in the
needs
middle.
to be in the middle, so we just have to lower it, but we need to move the car forward first.
So why don't you move the car forward a little bit? Yep. Especially since you're moving forward and she's behind you. Okay, so if you look at the spirit level, you can tell if it's the ball or the bubble rather is forward, that means the front of the camper is too high. So Mike is now going to
We always say as well we're going to bring a piece of wood to put underneath the wheel.
I know, we forgot
so it doesn't
again.
sink into the ground, which it does when it's wet, and we've forgotten yet again. So yeah, a block of wood under the wheel is a good idea.
You got it?
Close, we're very
Let's
close.
see. Much better. A little more maybe. You got it?
Works for me.
Works for me then. Yeah, look at that. As my old science teacher would say, close enough for jazz. So the last thing that we need to take care of, and you'll see my husband is properly armed for this, is you need to put down the stabilizers. The stabilizers are not meant to level the camper, so you really want to get the camper level, then put down your stabilizers. It's just to make sure it's not quite as rocking as you're moving about in it. So that's pretty simple. We'll show you how that happens. Okay, Mike's gonna get the stabilizers down. We know that in the back we're probably gonna have to put down a piece of wood. We bought some wood to burn at the campsite, so we'll put down a piece of wood just to act as a bit of a extension, so we can make sure the stabilizers are sitting flat. You deserve a beer. Not that we're drinking on a state campground. We're in pretty good shape. Got our chairs out. We're gonna kick back for a few minutes and relax. Then we're gonna get the tent up. Tents are great if you want a place that's really, if you're at a place that's really buggy and you just want a place to get away from the bugs. But for us, one of our kids and their partner will be here with us this weekend, which is really nice. Hope this was useful. Hope you get a chance to get out camping. And we'll see you guys again soon. Bye.